Noting, we're gonna continue from where we left off the other day. We have our bouncing monkey heads, and now we're gonna turn it into something like this, something that's glowing, and it's still real time. It's running to do this. It's actually pretty easy. Actually, let's get started. Let's see. What do we have last time?
I'm not sure I understand.
Oops. Let me see. AN wave functions. Okay, so we have our bouncing monkey heads. File, save as. Light. Gonna turn it into light. I'm gonna turn off the matte cap and random. We're just gonna use material. We don't need to have cavity. Outline, we can leave it, just turn it off. File, save as. So yeah, the secret is of course in the material. So we need to have cycles material. Shader editor. I mean not cycles material, but with the actual material. So Suzanne. So we have this original Suzanne there. That's not parting. Create a new material, and we definitely need to have some kind of emission, and hopefully also make glow with the bloom. Okay, with the emissions, let's see if we can go higher. See, that's how you create glow. So in order to apply this and different color and glow for each of the objects, we need to assign it into vertex color, because for each object we can have a different vertex color. So that's a really unique in Blender. That's how you might want to assign kind of like a unique value. Okay, so let's reset our instance. This is our object instancer in animation nodes. I just need to reset it. Reset source data. Now each one of them have the same material. Let's create an attribute node. Give it a, let's call it emission or emit. Plug this into emission, and let's see. Now we want to control the brightness or the emission brightness using animation node, right? So in here we're gonna need vertex, set vertex color, and this is like, you can see this is like list of objects. So we're gonna use loop, type W, loop through objects for each object versus. Let's continue. Let's I hope I should actually turn off the auto calculations. Okay, I should turn off the auto execution. Turn off always. Okay, emit. So good, I actually saved it. Set vertex color for each object, and hopefully it doesn't crash. Boom. Okay. We are not getting red because we need to change this to emit. Okay, now we have red for each one of them. If you want to randomize, you can use random combine color, and then let's use HSV and then plug in the index into the hue. Oh, we probably want to have random number. So random number will be generated based on the seed, the value between 0 and 1, plug into the hue, and plug this into the color. Now we have random color. For the random glow and the wave things, we can reuse our wave generator, which is actually over here. Generate random wave. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna use that. Generate random wave. So with this guy, we need object list. And as the result, we have vector list, right? And remember, Suzanne goes ups and down in the z-axis. So we're just gonna use that. In here, we want to have vector list. This goes into the vector. In here, we have a vector. We only need the y-axis. Separate vector, because only the y or the z, actually the z goes ups and down. Plug into the maybe value. So yeah, it's seems like it's getting there. The bloom is happening. We need to maybe make it a bit darker. Okay, yeah, it seems to be happening, but not for all of them. I wonder why. Maybe we need to increase the emission here, like this math. Multiply this. Oh, okay. That's really interesting. Maybe this is also got override from base color. Oh, not really. I wonder if I should plug this into the base color. Doesn't work. We should actually separate the emissions and the color, because we can have multiple vertex color for each object if you like that. So we only like controlling the glow from this vertex color. So might do that for the actual color. We're gonna use different random. So objects goes in there. This is the color, and this is the random seed. So it's happening here in this view. Doesn't happen here. It could be a bug, but let's have a look. Turn off that. Okay, I make it too bright, so it's become just kind of black and white. Very interesting. So yeah, so it's actually already working. The glow, regarding the glow, it should happen on each one of them. You can see this is the original monkey head. This is the duplicates. Turn off this Suzanne. It's funny. It doesn't. We can't see the color here. Maybe if we switch to cycles and back. cycles. Okay, doesn't like it. Back to EV. Oh well, let's see. Let me this. The wave motion is happening on the Z, and we already have. Do we have absolute here? Oh, we have absolute. But I think in the essence, we already kind of done it. Let's try plugging the Z into this value. Yeah, I don't know why this is still kind of black and white. Well, anyway, you get the idea. It could be that because I'm using principles BSDF and I'm doing something really quite complex. Ideally, we just plug in the strength there and the color goes in here and plug the emissions there. Now it's working again. Yeah, maybe something I did. But there you go. That's just a quick look how you can do this real-time blowing, kind of like a party using animation nodes. Keep in mind sometimes animation nodes lock up itself. It doesn't want to do this, doesn't let you do this, and it's kind of locking the rendering. But I think the one I set up here is kind of similar. It's actually the one I did myself. It's looking something like this. And for the shader, we have the strength, multiplier, and emission. So color and strengths got separated. Let me save this. I'm gonna share this as well, and maybe I can find out why this one works and the other one doesn't work. See, the bloom works, everything works, and over here what we have, I have the separation of vector and then combined color HSV alpha. I'm using the whole value for each one of them as the strength. And with the other one, I have set up combined color. All right, interesting. So I might go back and try to fix the other one. Like I said, we are doing something really strange that doesn't not quite like it. It's quite complex, but we can do it. So in here, HSV, we have a number value that we need to attach to all of these. Hue, saturation value, and alpha. We have RGBA for the vertex color, for the emissions. This is actually for the strength. And in here, don't use principle, use the just emissions. We have the strength. The color should be coming from the other one. Simplified things a little bit. Now, okay, now it's working better. So there you go. That's That's actually the way to go in this case. The glow doesn't seem to happen on all of them. Maybe because of the value, we need to check the value, what's actually coming here. Let's try view loop. So loop viewer, let's look at the Z and create a text to see the loop. See, the value goes from 0 to 4 or 5, so it's quite high. So yeah, maybe we need to reduce it. I just realized that the amplitude goes too high. That's how you troubleshoot it. Now go back to cycle shader. We need to perhaps multiply it. Where's our nodes? Oh, stop. So view all, multiply this by 20. So now they have value between 0 and whatever maximum value, and we multiply it, and there you go. It's working. I mean, some of them like really kind of not too bright, but it's okay, you know. We have some kind of variations. The monkey head is not too bright. Let's get back to animation nodes and check something one more time. Yeah, ideally we need to have some kind of variation, so we want to make them like glow higher and brighter. At the same time, we want to control the shader. I gotta tell you, this is actually pretty complex, but we managed to create a setup that's actually easy to understand. Ah, there you go. And yep, that's a procedural bouncing head monkey with all the glows. You can do this differently using noise. It's noise is like a shortcut for a lot of things. That's why noise is so powerful. But if you know how to do this like manually or from scratch, if you can build this from scratch, you can understand a lot of things. Okay, that's a bit crazy. Let's try just a circle with radius. Give some amount. See, everything is still working, and everything still, the monkey head still bouncing. I found that 100 monkey is still working quite well on my computer. It can run in real time because I don't have, with MacBook Pro, it doesn't have like powerful GPU, but the CPU I only have 8 cores and it seems to be running pretty well. There you go. That's where we started. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.